Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's called Modern Stitches. This is my first YouTube video, so I apologize for any shakiness or lighting issues. I thought I'd start off with this first video talking about how I got into cross stitch. I did find a cross stitch tag, so I'll be answering those questions. There's about 15. So let's get started. The first question I have is, how did you start, or who introduced you to cross stitching? I first learned when I was about maybe 11 or 12. My mom had bought me a kit from our local grocery store, and it was just a pre-stamped cross stitch kit that had roses, and I believe it was kind of like a handkerchief or some type of table runner that was tiny enough for me to work on, and that's how I was introduced to it. The second question is, do you have a favorite theme or designer? I don't have a favorite designer, but I do have a favorite theme, which is basically what I name my channel off of, which is Modern Stitches. I enjoy working on modern images in cross stitch. So this project, for example, is the Epic Pokemon cross stitch, the first generation Pokemon, and I enjoy doing anything Disney related with cross stitching as well. The third question is, what floss brand do you use? I mainly use DMC. It's something that I can find locally at my craft stores, so that's what I mainly stick with. What is your favorite fabric of choice? My favorite fabric of choice right now that I'm comfortable with is Aida. I do eventually want to learn how to cross stitch on specialty fabrics like linen and things like that. Okay. The next question is, do you use a needle threader or are you a floss licker? I'm neither. I usually just able to thread my needles without an aid of using a floss threader or licking the end of the floss to thread it. What kind of stitching frame do you use? As of right now, I'm using a hoop. It's a 5-inch hoop. I do have a Q-snap frame, but I don't really use it that much. I enjoy using a hoop better. The next question here is, how many projects have you finished? I finished 2 projects. One was a Boston Red Sox logo that I finished, and the other one that I finished is a bookmark. How many finished works do you have displayed in your home? I currently have none displayed in my home because I don't have anything big enough to display, but I do use the bookmark when I'm reading. How many finished? Oh, do you cross stitch more for gifts or do you keep them for yourself? It's a combination of both. This one that I'm cross stitching is a gift that I hope to have finished by Christmas of this year so I can gift it. The Boston Red Sox one was a gift as well for my husband, so that was for him, and the bookmark was for myself. What is your favorite project or finish that you are most proud of? I'm most proud of finishing, again, the Boston Red Sox logo and the bookmark. Yeah, that's what I'm most proud of right now. Least favorite or worst experience while cross stitching? The worst experience that I've had would be, I tried cross stitching while on a road trip and I lost my needle and I couldn't cross stitch on the way back. Do I have a love or hate relationship with cross stitching? I currently have a love for it. I enjoy it very much. It helps me relax. I enjoy seeing the process of the artwork coming to life, and I just find it very relaxing. Have you introduced anyone to cross stitching? I have not. I don't know anyone currently that is interested in being taught how to cross stitch, but if there is someone in my life who wants to learn, I don't have an issue sitting with them and showing them how to cross stitch. So I currently haven't taught anybody yet. The second to last question I have is, what was your first project? My first project, that it's still in the works because I haven't finished, is the Cinderella Dreams by Thomas Kincaid cross stitch project. I've only finished page 1 of that kit. I haven't finished anything else with it, but that is my first project that I ever started. And the last question is, how do you store your floss? I currently store my floss in little storage containers, and each project that I work on has its own container with a designated floss for that project, so that I'm not borrowing floss from one project to complete for another one. They all have their designated floss colors in that box. So those are all the questions from this cross stitch tag. I hope you guys enjoyed it and got to know a little bit more about how I got started in the process of cross stitching. This is going to be a channel where I log my process or progress of cross stitching not only this piece, which is the Epic Pokemon one, but as well as my Cinderella one that I have planned to work on. I will be doing a 24-hour cross stitch challenge where you cross stitch for a full 24 hours. And that I plan on working and filming on for April 20th, so next week. I also have planned for joining a Facebook group that currently has a Stitch With Me for the month of April, and I believe it starts April 13th until May 13th, and it's a Disney Kincaid cross stitch group, and I will be working on my Cinderella one during that month. I hope you guys enjoyed this today, and thank you for taking the time to watch this quick 10-minute video. And if you guys have any questions or any suggestions, leave them in the comments, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks.